Life can be the source of the stress. It checks the balance of motivation and opposition. From epidemic to celebration, without division, impaired, aware it's the root of all evil, deceiving the individual. You coordinate freedom, I don't. You hold weight that shifts your bone plates. A lone fate can make for long days in a lone state. The quicksand resembling brimstone, haze and flame. You sink fast when your day is in pain.
Every breath is a struggle to maintain, so get that weight up off of your back, just like your atlas. Shrugging the map, it takes practice to react intelligently. Kind of attack where exactly the devil should be. Deep inside, big surprise, yo, the devil is me. Good disguise in the mirror, we see what you're wanting to be. It's in your eyes, now you're on the rise like tides, a level of sea. Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace, so when the stress just keeps on building up, you keep building.
From the bottom to the dark of the grayscale, don't bother a lost cause, delivering hate mail direct to your inbox.
New soul, body and detox, to refresh, play that radio beatbox and restart errors where they working for respect. To reject thought that your life is a lost art.
Your knees flex, sniffing the paint thinner. The winners are harsh, dwindling downtown and mimics the part the devil plays in the Everglades. Call it a snake in a boat, so look twice, don't mistake it for hope. Invoke a nightmare to break in your throat. It's harder to breathe, collapse lungs like escaping a smoke.
So understand that's the way that we cope. Get frustrated on the days that we don't, but haven't flipped yet. Peace goes out to all my shipwrecks, staying afloat. No sign of distress, the heart is always able to hold. Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace, so when the stress just keeps on building up, you keep building. Until the point where you can't wake up. It's hard to fathom all the energy that making money takes up. Then it's time to realize you're telling yourself lies, and it's hard to recognize the shell of yourself when you're feeling more at home abroad in alienations. Long path wandering, showing no sign of ending when you're spending more time pondering regarding creation. Shed skin instead of living with limitation.
I give you innovation, but then you got to listen. Corner off, sort of on time. Find your optimism astray. Pull it back, hook, line, sinker, define, thinker, compatible, overcoming irrational thoughts. You fought sinners and tragedy, division of family. Can it be the line and it's silver? I'm finding the diamonds rougher than sandpaper. Keep it eclectic, invest in measures of fortitude. I'm forcing the objective.
Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace, so when the stress just keeps on building up, you keep building. I know it's sort of unusual due to being computable only by a few humans with a skew view of the beautiful musical manifestation of a man festive and testing my patience. So many made of the investment in my generation getting paid. Instead of looking ahead, we stand together only when dreading the future that we're facing. An entire nation, one soul, tongue sagging and dying, need a relation from the feet dragging. Our free faces, the dream chase, row upon row, time wasted. We're basically watching corn grow. So where's your money when they took it and fled? Learn a lesson when we look at the dead. Reading covers too deep, fall asleep with the book on your head. Lights out, you're missing exciting developments. The chapter 2 will commence, titles irrelevant. My subtle intelligence is stupid intense. Foggy thoughts hit my flow, watch water condense. A good attack, always part of defense. Welcome in, y'all part in the fence. Right there, things started to tense. My will to live is hardly an argument. Life, where personal circles can all connect. It's a crazy blueprint, so stop blaming the architect. This world, hard to design, atoms combine. Gravity pulling your matter through the courses of time. The universe might unravel if the planets align. True believer words travel through the forces of rhyme. You either move or consume space, it's one of the two ways. Enter a new phase or give them the moon face. So if you're flashing with fashion, all of your dollars spent, but your mama pays the rent, yo.
Does that make sense?
After 65 years, working more than one job, you're still punching your card, though.
Does that make sense?
Working hard, they get all that you got to give, don't give you enough to live, so.
Does that make sense?
And it's all real, you keep it in fine shape, a positive mind state.
I feel you.
Now that makes sense.
So let's break bread, acknowledge the heart. I don't spill hate, going to cottage affordable only for Bill Gates, calling it audible. Make a change at the last minute, military paying your student loans, what a fast gimmick. Does that make sense to you? Bayonet the enemy for Uncle Sam to pay him back when you 92. Government covenants, 20% of my check. After paying my bills, I only get a cent of what's left. The evidence of medical expense, decide the level hurt. Insurance companies are sorta like doing the devil's work. Families overwhelmed, vanity's long gone. Single mother rubbing a penny, sanity strong born. She forced to push the limit, economic devastation. Of course divorce and alimony set the limitation. Father of the child, he's gotta be sharp. Put some child support down on cops, some wannabe Clarks. I don't get it. Get beheaded, rocking your pride. Try to survive when it comes to opportunity. Strive for the best. Sacrifice nevertheless for your loved ones, cause some funds are minimal close. Cynical, most of the time refined, mischievous. Make sense out of yourself, define limitless. Cynical, most of the time refined, mischievous. Make sense out of your life, define limitless.
So if you're flashing with fashion, all of your dollars spent, but your mama pays the rent, yo.
Does that make sense?
After 65 years, working more than one job, you're still punching your card, though.
Does that make sense?
Working hard, they get all that you got to give, don't give you enough to live, so.
Does that make sense?
And it's all real, you keep it in fine shape, a positive mind state.
I feel you.
Now that makes sense.
Let's make a stand against invisible hands that hold us, cause distortion is a part of that plan they sold us. How the hell am I supposed to make a brick out of some gold dust? Don't call it pepperoni pizza, that's just cold crust. That ultra truth is not appetizing. They say that ship's not sinking, it's just capsizing. That ain't a lump of coal, sonny, it's a black diamond. What do you mean we kill people? It's simply capitalizing. Does anybody find that shit surprising? Cause if you do, you're obviously not realizing what is true. Cause if you don't have it, you can't get it. You ain't got it, so you're not with it. The program requires no registration. You're already participating, and you could be a millionaire instantly. I dare say that whole statement's contradictory, but being poor ain't doing shit for me. So clap your hands, now I'm in it for the money. Like you, that's another moral victory. It's all about the cheddar, the loot, the stacks, the grands, the skrilla, the scratch, the cash, the clams, the lucci, the beans, the stash, the cream. That money keeps fueling my American dream.
Big cash, quick, fast. Like Paul trying to survive. So I got to get the green.
So if you're flashing with fashion, all of your dollars spent, but your mama pays the rent, yo.
Does that make sense?
After 65 years, working more than one job, you're still punching your card, though.
Does that make sense?
Working hard, they get all that you got to give, don't give you enough to live, so.
Does that make sense?
And it's all real, you keep it in fine shape, a positive mind state.
I feel you.
Now that makes sense.
Getting busy, cold retarded. Stay tuned, we just getting started.
planet rock when the planets align, define all of my flows. We up rock in the b-boy pose, through the bass and the break of the drum. I know you taking a chance, up rock in your b-boy stance.
Hey yo, it's Mindsone back in effect with Tron Lennon. They y'all ready with arms steady, kinetically energized. Heavy raw metal guitar, settle the score whenever the pen provides. Metaphors better than never before, sorta like your weak levies are facing our flood waters. A nation that loves slaughter, but failure is Titanic. Start jumping borders and causing a mass panic. My Death Star target is locked to the wrong planet. Knocking opportunity, cause we will rebuild rock, marble and granite. Interstellar leader with a death wish, tyrannically wreck shit, mechanically detect any and all damage and defects. Respect going out to Kevin for getting the engine revving with the VTEC. E-Rec rhymes with propositions of beat sex. Face the opposition, whoever we see next. The opposite position is concept. My crew uses two brains, vision from one eye, no defense. Been advised against spitting open flame rhymes at the same time, smoking next to broken main lines.
Line define all of my flows. We up rock in the b-boy pose, through the bass and the break of the drum. I know you taking a chance, up rock in your b-boy stand. I said the rhythm is sorta giving you hernia coursing through your intestinal, forcing only the best to move in unison. Playing the vegetable, you gravitate to sticking up, using the war like you was struggling with spina bifida, but never typical, like sticking to monogamy. Break beat the beat, street coordinate choreography, the raw cardboard rectangle. Analyze the rock steady, freeze frame, shell toe, best angle, auto by feelers, banned by the Crown Vic. Toria, the sorcerer, is on a sound mix, ordering all. Cruise to the Battlestar Galactica, Gravitron, coincide, captivate the master, cause we do it. Make your feet tingle, single out the doubt. I can bring about the crowd movement. Rough, rugged, imperial, smooth shit. Catalog the data bank, motivate the audience to move and never take a break. Dislocate next from the original torso, traditional Morse code sign language. Do damage like a petroleum factory. Peace to graffiti, rockin' linoleum mastery.